Hello, my Pisces. Welcome back to my channel. This is Wisdom and Light, and we're finally back. We're doing this, and we're going to see the energy that is surrounding you. Yeah, just the energy that I don't know if it's going to be all of January and into February, but let's just focus on the vibes. I felt called to start with Pisces, and Happy New Year to all of the Pisces out there. Your birthday's around the corner. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the energy that is surrounding you during this time. Keep in mind that you do not have to believe in anything that I'm saying, and this is just a reading. Grab what is resonating with you. We are speaking for a big group of Pisces, right? So not everything I'm going to say is going to tell your story, but maybe there's a message for you in this reading. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hi, this is Wisdom and Light. Gang, gang, gang. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping on by. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you missed these readings, because I used to do them a little bit more frequently, but life got crazy. So now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, I need to also just say this. This is not going to be a, oh girl, this is how he's thinking about you, and oh my God, he's going to come back and he misses you. Granted, I'm sure there's enough romantic readings online, right? I like to focus more so on your own self-development, and if love pops up, it pops up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So let's see what's going on for Pisces. Let's see what's happening. Just want you guys to be familiar with what to expect during these readings. I have the Eight of Pentacles. Flip her over, the Magician. I knew that Pisces were in a space where they are focused on what they can create and how this year is going to look for them. I do feel like Pisces is very focused, tunnel vision, looking forward to a new beginning, looking forward to a fresh start. What I love about Pisces reading is that I do feel like for the first time in a long time that I have shuffled and pulled for my Pisces clients and just the Pisces collective, this is the first time in a minute that I'm actually seeing that you guys are putting in an effort to really take care of yourself, because you guys really do show up for a lot of people. Or there's been a lot of things that's been happening where maybe you guys have been hard on yourselves, maybe you have been in your head a lot, maybe there's been some moments where you didn't really have enough time to enjoy the blessings that want to come in, because maybe you were stressed out about other things that were going on and other things that were happening and other things that were taking place. And it just didn't allow you to celebrate all of the things that you have accomplished, Pisces. But I do feel that in 2023, how you're starting off your January, the Magician talks about really creating beautiful things out of nothing. Not really having much to start off with, but you find the ingredients to make what you have to make. It's kind of like, you know, you want to make a cake, you know you have to bake one, you know you're craving that, but you have absolutely no way of retrieving these ingredients. You have no way of retrieving these ingredients. So now it's like, how do I get to the store to get my eggs, to get the milk, to get things that suit my needs to create what I'm trying to create. So I do feel like Pisces, you're on the brink of starting something new. A lot of you guys could be very motivated or inspired to start a new business. A lot of you could be looking into going back to school. A lot of you are just thinking more so of long term, because again, there's been a hyper focus of taking care of looking out for everyone else, and now you're doing that for yourself. Now with the Eight of Pentacles, this is piggyback riding off of everything that I just said regarding I'm getting ready to start something new. So Pisces, even though we're in a Mercury retrograde, this is actually an amazing time for you guys to introduce something new to yourself and introduce something new to your audience. If you're someone that has a social media influence, this is a great time. A lot of Pisces are planning that I'm coming back or I have arrived. And I just see luxury for Pisces. I see beauty for Pisces. And luxury doesn't mean material things like a red bottom shoe or, you know, a Birkin bag or a Chanel bag. No, luxury is the luxury of sleeping in, waking up when you want, eating the foods that you really wanted to try, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset, meditating. There's other forms of luxury, in my opinion. And I do feel like Pisces, you want to drown yourself in all that is good. I see a lot of you getting back to painting. I see a lot of you painting. I see a lot of you getting back into artistic forms of expression. I'm seeing a lot of you spending a lot of time with your friends. So this is going to be a year of pleasure for Pisces. And this is only if you allow that to be the theme of this year, because Pisces, I love you guys, but it could really slip into something else. We can slip back into those patterns of, am I giving too much energy to this person, or am I giving too much energy into something that's not going to give back to me? So if you're not careful, Pisces, you can end up doing everything you promised that you wouldn't do. So be committed to your needs. Be committed to all the things that are good for you. Even if you have to let certain people go, or you have to kind of put certain things in the background, if it is disturbing your peace, it's not meant to be around you, Pisces. And that's going to be the biggest lesson for you in 2023. Granted, this is going to be a great year for you, but only if you make decisions that is good for you. Because a lot of you were making decisions in 2022 where it's beautiful that you're looking out for other people. It's beautiful that you give back. I'm never going to tell you guys to change these beautiful traits about yourself, because this is what makes you you. This is what makes you beautiful. But the downside of that is you're not really taking care of yourself, and other things are getting neglected, or you're spreading yourself too thin. You can't be at 8, 9 places at once. So Pisces, there's a need to be still. There's a need to let go. There's a need to not stress about the things that you cannot change. I see a lot of you traveling in the month of January as well, or a lot of you are getting ready to move. I said this in my world predictions that I just uploaded about 5-6 days ago, almost a week ago. And I talked about how this is going to be a huge migration in 2023. And granted, you guys are the mermaid, you guys are the fish. And what do fishes do? They migrate, they move, they keep swimming. If they stop swimming, they die, right? That's the saying of a mermaid. That's the saying of a fish. So a lot of you guys are moving forward or moving on. The worst thing you can do, Pisces, is swim backwards. You have to swim forward. You're needed, you're loved, and you're appreciated, Pisces, but just make sure that the people that need you, they're pouring back into you. They're giving back into you. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be cutting off some people too. Have a lot of you been thinking about cutting off a few friends or cutting off a few people? And this is where it's tricky, because now it's like, oh, so because I didn't come to your birthday party, or because I didn't come to this thing, you're cutting me off, or you don't want to be my friend. That's not really it, Pisces. And I feel like a lot of you guys could run into that situation where you may feel like it's not about coming, it's about just showing up. It's about making the effort. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been dealing with people that have not been making the effort. So that I do see. Now, when it comes to finances, Pisces, I do also feel that, again, this is a great month for you guys. This is a great month to really set those intentions on all that you want, how you want this year to look. I really highly recommend planning everything out in Capricorn season, heading into Aquarius season, especially during this Mercury retrograde. It ends around January 18th. I really suggest that you guys do that. But I normally don't say this during Mercury retrogrades, but this is a great time to start something new. This is a great time to go back and look at the things that you probably dropped, the things that maybe you procrastinated on, the things that you said, okay, I'll do it next time. This is a great time to pick back up that hobby, to pick back up that study, to consider going back to school, to consider finishing the process of moving. This is a great time for you guys to do that right now. Normally, what's traditionally said is that you don't want to sign big paperwork or do anything huge during a Mercury retrograde, especially entering into new relationships, because this is a time to reflect and to look back and to see if you learned those lessons that you need to learn before you move forward. But for a lot of you have probably felt inspired to start something new, to travel somewhere, to do the things that you love, and just go chariot mode straight ahead, and you're running as fast as you can. And I highly, I support it. And normally this is a great time to slow down, but I feel like you guys are doing a good balance of slowing down, but also running with the things that you want to do. A lot of you are also going to be deepening your spirituality as well. I see a lot of spiritual retreats this year. This is going to be a very spiritual year for Pisces. Very spiritual, you're reaching enlightenment. And also, Pisces, you're going to be, here's a tricky one that's coming through, because the Hierophant can talk about traditional structures and higher learning and things of that sort. But I just heard intuitively, you may be faced with people saying, hey, this hurt my feelings, or this is what you did that made me feel away, or that made me feel neglected, or made me feel like I wasn't doing enough, or I wasn't good enough. Pisces, I highly suggest whatever that this is for some of you, not all of you, hear what this person has to say, because this is going to be a challenge for you. I feel like for some of you, a lot of you are like, how could you think that way? I would never do such a thing. I would never behave in such a manner. I would never X, Y, and Z. And granted, that's great that you would never do such a thing. But if the person received it that way, then do everything in your power to ensure them that that's not what it was, because perception is everything. And what you don't want, Pisces, is to kind of feel so insulted by the person thinking that way that now they can't tell you shit, because now you're in the space of, oh my God, how could you feel this way about me? Oh my goodness. And that's something that's coming up. If you want honesty, if you want transparency, you have to be strong enough to receive what that person is going to say. And I feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot of shadow work, and a lot of you are going to be like, okay, I see what you mean. I see where you went. I see where I went wrong, but I only did this because of this. Communication can go very far. So some of you could also be reconnecting with someone in the past, or reconnecting with a person where things kind of left off a little bit shaky. Things were left unsaid. So this is going to be a good time to focus on repairing or learning from that. This doesn't mean friendship. This doesn't mean reconciliation. This doesn't even mean that the person in question is going to come back, but this just means whatever that you've been running from, or how it's made you feel. I feel like you're journaling about it. I feel like you're talking about it. I feel like you're getting other people's opinion. I feel like you need to listen to what's being said rather than feeling like you are being attacked. So that is a message for some Pisces. This does not apply for everybody, but that's what I just picked up on. So we also have the Hangman, surrender to the things that you can't change. Now we have the Nine of Swords as well, that also shows up in your reading. So this is innocently overthinking something because you care, overthinking something because you really want it to go well. But I have a good feeling that it is going to work out, Pisces. Everything is going to be okay. But a lot of the things that you have been suppressing from your past is going to be resurfacing again. So you're being called to deal with that. So maybe this month has been quiet, and I feel like you guys are doing a lot of shadow work, actually. So maybe it's been emotional, it's been a lot of releasing, but a lot of breakthroughs and a lot of epiphanies and realizations that I want to do this, or this is where I'm at, or this is inspiring me, or this is what is sparking and bringing me joy. So I love that Pisces is doing the work. I could say you guys have been very quiet, very focused, and you guys have been making a decision. I don't want to procrastinate this, or I don't want to slow down. I want to keep going because there's nothing for me back there. I have to move forward in regards to career, in regards to bettering yourself. But when it comes to tying up loose ends and closing certain doors, some of you are looking back to hash it out, to bring it to an end. So I do see that for a lot of you. A lot of you guys are moving forward. And a lot of you guys are really looking at your circle, really looking at your friends, really looking at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. I really would not be shocked if a lot of you are getting ready to just kind of break away from certain groups, people, patterns. I feel that a lot of you guys are really, in fact, moving on. A lot of you guys could also be changing career paths as well. I just feel like you guys want more for yourself going forward. This applies to love too. Granted, you could be very happy in your relationship, or you could feel like you're not getting everything that you need. It just all depends on what you're moving on from. Moving on doesn't mean you're having a breakup. Moving on could be we've been having a rough patch, but we're moving on from the back and forth that we've been having. We're moving on from this argument or from this conflict because we're not going or getting anywhere with this. And I want to be understood rather than being right. So I just feel like a lot of you guys are reaching a level of wisdom and higher learning and choosing your battles, which that's beautiful. Or a lot of you are being called to choose your battles, to make a decision, to not go backwards, but to go forward. So I'm going to pull some oracle messages for you guys. See what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. What's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising? Show me messages for matters of the heart. We have anxiety. Something is shaking you guys up. This is another indication of anxiety that's popping up in your reading. So what has been happening? What has been happening in your day to day that is making you feel anxious? Because whatever that it is, the divine is saying, okay, what are the steps we can take to move forward, to move on from it? What can we do to improve? What can we do to be better? I feel like that's necessary for you guys. Now let's see, what's the next message? Financial constraints. Okay. Some of you guys could be having some anxiety surrounding, how am I going to do this? How am I going to move? How am I going to pay this off? How am I going to make this happen? I actually feel that a breakthrough is coming in for a lot of Pisceans in the month of January heading into February, but try not to dwell on what you're lacking or what you don't have. Focus more so on the blessings that are surrounding you in your life right now. I'm also sensing that a lot of you are lonely. So even though a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of shadow work and you guys have been doing a lot of inner work and healing, which is a beautiful thing, and I commend you guys for that, you're not weak or you're not wrong to just miss intimacy, to miss being held, to miss having date nights, to just have that romance, because self-love and all of that beautiful stuff, it does a good job in helping you feel secure within yourself, but it's okay to long for that level of intimacy. I do feel like a lot of you guys have been wanting that, whether you're in a relationship, in a marriage or not. A lot of you guys have been wondering, when is this going to happen for me? Do I need to move on from this because I'm not getting what I want, or I'm not getting what I deserve in this connection? Okay, so that's something that I am seeing here. We have also the Happy Family card. Another card that popped up is the Ten of Cups next to the Happy Family card. So another thing that I do feel is that a lot of you guys are looking into the future of what's going to bring me emotional happiness, what's going to bring me joy. Some of you guys could also be pregnant or expecting a child, or you're planning to have a baby. I see that for a lot of you guys. But again, it's making decisions for the well-being of your child, making decisions for the well-being of your little ones, for the well-being of your family. An emphasis of children and how they're doing, how they're feeling is also going to be a theme in January, heading into February, just the energy that I'm picking up on collectively. Anything else that I need to know regarding Pisces? And then, I feel like there's some baby energy around you guys. So if you guys don't want a baby, then be mindful. But I do feel that. And you know what? Maybe some of you are expecting, and it's like, well, I obviously have to move on from this because this isn't working out, or this isn't working for me, or this isn't good, or I have to choose what's best for my baby. I have to make this happen. I have to start this business for my family. I have to. Some of you could even work in the medical field. Some of you may want to work in labor and delivery. I just see children as a factor here, or womb health, womb healing, trauma in the womb, healing that, purging that out as well. If you're a man, healing divine feminine energy that's been injured and fractured. Maybe you're healing a relationship with a woman. You're healing a relationship with your mother. You're looking to move forward from something, or you're getting ready to become a father, or you are being called to move on, to make better choices when it comes to dating and how you express yourself emotionally. So I just feel that Pisces, this is a very great month for self-reflection, and this is a great month to get it started. Okay, this is a beautiful month for all of that. Is there anything else that I'm picking up on regarding Pisces? I'm not picking up anything else that I am hearing, sensing, feeling, or seeing. Did I say seeing already? I probably did. I'm not picking up on anything else. I don't want to just start just talking and talking and talking, because I just want to say the message. May it come out true. May it resonate to majority, but if some of you didn't receive the message, then thank you so much for being here. You're brought here for a reason if you are watching this reading, and if you have gotten to the end of this reading, I really hope that this served a purpose and gave you some enlightenment. But I do feel like this month is going to represent endings and new beginnings, and you have to define how that looks. You have to define that. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for your patience, for always showing me love and being extremely supportive. I do have just a few limited spots for personal readings. The link and everything to book is in the description down below. Remember that I will never personally message you to solicit my services or anything like that. I will never leave a comment saying, oh my God, book with me. You can only book through my website, and my email and everything is in the description down below. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Happy New Year. Please be safe, and we'll do this again in another time. Bye, Pisces.